me, Sushma. It's been a long time I read a storybook to you guys, so I plan to read a storybook called Traveling to Tonda, a tale of the Condor of Zaire. I'm going to be reading that book, so let's get started. So I'm going to have it a little surprise for you guys, so I'm going to read this part first. Juan the civet cat is getting married, but will he and his friends, pig, pigeon, python, and tortoise ever get to Tonda in time for the wedding? Master storyteller Verna Ardema puts a new spin on the old age. Better late than never in this rollicking read-aloud folktale from Zaire. So, here goes the story. Here's the first page. It's just some designs, like a snake pattern. Traveling to Tonda. Oh, and guys, there's a picture right over here. See the picture? So let's go to the next page. Okay. One day in the town of Tonda, Juan the civet cat met a beautiful feline he wanted for a wife. The cat was willing, and her father agreed to the marriage and set a certain bride price. Juan returned to his own animal village. Soon he acquired the copper bars and ornaments he needed. And early one morning, with the bride wealth in a basket, he set out to fetch his bride. Then there was Juan walking all alone, traveling to Tonda. Juan needed attendants to go with him. So he went to the home of his friend Abenja the pigeon and called, "Abenja, are you awake?" Abenja peeked out of his small doorway. "Yes, I am awake." Juan said, "Come go with me to Tonda. There I shall marry a beautiful cat, and I need you to attend me." "Between friends, there is only goodness," said Abenja. "I'll go with you." Then there were Juan walking echo, and Abenja flapping bwah, bwah, bwah. The two of them traveling to Tonda. So Juan is a civet cat and Abenja is a pigeon. Next, they went to the home of Nagama, the python. Juan called, "Nagama, are you there?" Nagama poked his head out of the doorway. "Yes, I am here." Juan said, "Come go with us to Tonda. There I shall marry a beautiful cat, and I need you to attend me." Nagama grumbled. "To Tonda? That's a day's journey. Why didn't you fall in love close by? But since you're my friend, I will go with you." Then there were Juan walking echo, Abenja flapping bwah, 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 and Nagama slithering swew, swew, swew. The three of them traveling to Tonda. Last, they went to the home of Ulo, the tortoise. Ulo was in his yard mending a fishing net. Juan said, "Ulo, come go with us to Tonda. There I shall marry a beautiful cat, and I need you to attend me." "Oh, a wedding," said Ulo. "I never miss a wedding. Of course I will join you." Then there were Juan walking echo, Abenja flapping bwah, 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 and Nagama slithering swew, 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 and Ulo waddling taka, 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 taka. The four of them traveling to Tonda. The travelers came to a water hole. The pigeon, the python, and the tortoise began to drink. Owl, owl, owl. The civet cat was thirsty too, but he said it was taboo for me to drink water except from my own dish. Wait here, I will return home and fetch it. His friend said, no matter, that is all right. So while they waited at the water hole, Buwan went back home. After a long time he returned. See, I have come already, he said, and filled his dish and drank. Then they went on, Buwan walking, echo, 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 Abenja flapping, bua, 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 and Agama slithering, spew, 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 and Ula waddling, taka, 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 taka. The four of them traveling to Tonda. So in this page is that Buwan and all of the travelers went to this water hole, and Buwan said he wanted his bowl, so he went back and then he started boasting that he came fast, and then they drank and they left. At length, they came to a palm tree that was loaded with nuts. Abenja was all aflutter. Bua, bua! But the palm nuts were not ripe. Abenja said, stay here, my friends, until the nuts are ready to eat. You know, we pigeons like nothing better than ripe palm nuts. No matter, said Buwan, and the others said, it's all right. So they stayed near the palm for 2 whole weeks while the nuts ripened and Abenja ate them. Then they went on, Buwan walking, echo, 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 Abenja flapping, bua, 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 and Nagama slithering, spew, 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 and Ulo waddling, tika, 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 tika. The four of them traveling to Tonda. And the picture. So in this page is that the pigeon is waiting for the nuts to ripe for 2 whole weeks. Do you think that's a good decision? Let's find out. Farther on, Nagama caught a small antelope. He squeezed it and licked it. Then, woo! He swallowed it in one piece. And he said, my friends, when I swallow an animal, I cannot travel until the digestion is finished. We must rest here. So basically, Nagama, the snake, they were traveling, and then he found an antelope, and then he ate it in one whole bite, and they have to wait until the digestion is finished. No matter, said Buwan, and the others said, it's all right. Day after day, the travelers waited and watched and waited, as the lump in the python grew smaller. Finally, it was gone, and Agama said, arise, I can travel now. And so they went on, Buwan walking, echo, 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 Abenja flapping, bua, 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 Nagama slithering, spew, 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 and Ulo waddling, tika, 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 tika. The four of them traveling to Tonda. So in this page, finally the python's tummy, the python got digested, and then now they're going to start traveling to Tonda. At last they reached a forest that was near their destination, but there blocking the path was a huge fallen tree. The civet cat and the python climbed over it. The pigeon flew over it, but the tortoise scrambled up a little way and then fell back. No, he did it again and again. Finally, he gave up and said, my friends, I'm not able to climb over this big tree trunk. We must stay here until it rots so that I can cross. So on this page, the turtle is having trouble getting over the big tree that fell, and there he's asking if they can just wait until the tree rots. So let's find out what they say. Buwan cried, we cannot do that. When would we ever get a Tonda? Nagama echoed, we cannot do that. And Abenja shook his small head and said, yeah. But Ula protested, I waited for all of you. Why do you complain when you have to wait for me? So it's basically like they all say no, and then the tortoise Ulo protested, why? I waited for all of you guys. Why don't you wait for me? And then it stopped. So let's find out what they say. So they stayed there in the forest year after year while the tree trunk rotted away. And one day, Ula said, "At last it's time to rejoice. The log has crumbled." And pwa, 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 he climbed over the mountain. Then the friends continued their journey, and soon they emerged from the forest and entered the town of Tonda. So what happened, guys? The tree trunk got rotted, and then Ula said, "Finally," and then they went, and then they continued, and then they arrived to Tonda. Straight to the home of the bride they went. He called, "I, Bhuwan, have come." The beautiful cat Bhuwan had come to marry appeared at the door. She cried, "How dare you show your face after all these years? Do you think I would wait forever?" Just then, 2 civet cats came tumbling out of the doorway beside her. "I married someone else," she said, "and these are my children." "Oh," said Bhuwan sadly. Then he explained. "My friends waited for me to get my water dish. We waited for Benja's nuts to ripen. We waited for Nagama's food to digest. And we waited for a log to rot so that Ulo could pass." So what happened, guys? He came in, that cat that he was going to marry already got married. And he's telling why it took so long. Let's see what the bride's response is. "You waited for a log to rot?" she cried. "How could you be so foolish? Now you and your friends be gone, or I'll call my husband." Then out from behind her came the biggest civet cat Bhuwan and his friends had ever seen, and he was baring his teeth. Okay, that's a big civet cat here. So what happened this time? His husband came and chased them all out. And then the bride said, "So foolish," and stuff. Suddenly there were Bhuwan running, "Iko, iko, iko, iko." A Benja flying, "Pwa, pwa, pwa, pwa." The Gama streaking, "Spew, spew, spew, spew." And Ula's crying, "Tika, tika, tika, tika." The 4 of them were hurrying home from Tondo. As in the story, sometimes between friends there is too much consenting. If a thing is not wise to do, it's best to say, "Yeah." And the end. So what did we learn from this story, guys? You need to think. Don't be foolish. Think how long it will take. And think if you can make it in time. Don't wait too long as these foolish animals. It is like they waited a tree to rot. They waited Bhuwan to take the thing, and then the nuts, and then the python's tummy to digest. That was too long. So guys, always think before you act it, because like they said, the civet cat's bride got married because how could she wait for 2 years? You think that she's going to wait forever and ever? Nope, not possible. So, always think before you act. And I hope you like Traveling to Tondo story. And thanks for watching. Make sure you give me a huge thumbs up. Click that subscribe button. Turn the notification bells. See you guys later. Bye. Traveling to Tondo with